it has been announced that Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson
Uh-huh.
will be making her Broadway debut
Yes.
in Juliet. I gotta say it one more time.
And Juliet.
Oh, and Juliet. I'm sorry. Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson
Yep.
will be making her Broadway debut in And Juliet.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just read this post here from Blex Media.
Thank you.
It says United States Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson is set to grace the Broadway stage in the hit musical And Juliet.
Mm-hmm.
And Juliet reimagines the fate of Shakespeare's Juliet, envisioning a world where she survives the tragic ending of Romeo and Juliet.
Mm-hmm.
Set to a soundtrack of pop hits by Max Martin, the musical explores themes of empowerment and self-discovery. The production, featuring a Tony-nominated book by David West Reed, opened on Broadway in November of 2022 and has since earned critical acclaim.
I'm confused.
Oh, you could start.
I'm sorry. I feel like I've been hijacking the conversation a little bit.
It's all good. Some pods you do that. Some pods I do that.
I'm confused. What does she have to do with any of this? Listen, you know me. I'm never mad at a black lady that has multiple jobs. I'm just really confused by this. Like, what is happening here? This was not on my bingo card. That's why I was like, this is a good topic, because how did we get here?
Don't she have like cases that she has to hear and decide on and judge?
I want to be clear that I picked this topic, and the number one reason I picked this topic was because I wanted to know your reaction.
I just feel like, man.
And thank you for not disappointing me.
I just feel like, isn't that a pretty hard job? Do you really have time to be learning songs and preparing for Broadway? Who the fuck said you could sing too? Like, yo, hold on. Nah, I'm upset now. Wait a minute.
But maybe she can
First
sing.
of all...
Okay, wait. Don't do that, because maybe she can sing.
No, I don't mean her ability to sing. I'm saying, who said you could just go sing on Broadway?
Oh.
Maybe she could blow. I don't know. Maybe she sings better than Beyonce. I don't know. I never heard her sing. But we shouldn't be hearing her sing till she retires. You a Supreme Court judge, my nigga. What are you doing? Your Honor, I saw you on Broadway.
It's strange.
Could you imagine if your case got to the final... And this would be... Would you just get in front of her and be like, would you like, how do you plead? Your Honor, I saw you on Broadway.
Where are you from?
You know what I'm saying?
Were you in that play?
Hey, weren't you singing I saw you singing on stage one time. You know what's my favorite song that you sung? Son, what are we doing? Like,
it's a little confusing.
A long time ago, there used to be a saying.
Uh-huh.
And when really crazy shit happened, people would say the same.
Uh-huh.
I feel like it's time to bring it back.
What's that?
Only in America.
Oh, well.
Only in America are you going to see a person who is one of what, 9? Are there 9 judges in the Supreme Court?
I don't remember.
Nah, I think it's 9. I got to look it up.
I'm not good at that.
It's a small number is my point, but let's look it up. My point is you're one of a select few who get to do this job, an important job, to be clear.
Very important. In
this country. Yep. But you somehow are going to go sing on Broadway. I don't understand what's going on here. 8 justices. Oh, 9. I'm right. 1 Supreme Court, 1 Chief Justice, and 8 Associate Judges. 9. I was right. Yo, fam, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Like, no, I need to know. Seriously. Like, Mark Anthony, I need to know. Because seriously, what the fuck?
Not Mark Anthony.
It's a hit song.
It. I know.
That's his song. I need to know.
I know.
I need to
to
know.
know. Tell me, baby girl, cause I need to know.
You see, I be knowing. Anyway, yo, I need to know. Like, what's happening here?
I
Like,
don't know.
you, like, fam.
Yeah, it's confusing to me. I would like to know more. Maybe.
No, I don't want to.
Maybe there's a piece that we're missing that we didn't catch.
That being a justice is not good enough. That you still have to fulfill your life's dream somehow of singing on Broadway. Yo, you could sing when you retire.
Here's the thing. I work in advertising, right? I also am a podcaster, former blogger. No, I'm going somewhere with this. Just hear me out. I think it's quite all right. And there's been other things that I've done over the years. I'm not going to list everything. But I'm saying those things because I think it's important to point out that it is perfectly fine for a person to decide that they don't only do one thing. It is perfectly fine. Wait, I know you agree, but I just want to make this point that it's perfectly fine to have like multiple things that you do or like have a side thing that you like to do. But it's just confusing to me. We are in dark times. Okay? And have been in dark times for years at this point. Like, it's not just this year. It's not just since November. It's not like, let's all be honest with each other. The state of the union it's not good. And hasn't been good for a long time. And it's like, we are like in this never ending bad dream when it comes to everything in this country, right? So it's confusing to me. Like, I'm not yet willing to say that this is trash, but I also just want to know, like, what am I missing? What's going over my head? Because I'm confused. Yes, time is one thing. I think that's a completely spot on point. That time, like, how do you have the time? Because as far as I know, Broadway hours are grueling. Now, we don't know how big of a part she has. Maybe it's something small. Maybe it's something that's not going to be on Broadway for a long time. Or maybe her assignment is not going to be for a long time. Because sometimes people come in, sometimes these shows come in and they do a few weeks and that's it. Other times, maybe someone's going to do it for a part of the time and then they're going to switch out the cast. Sometimes that happens on Broadway. There's a lot of movement when it comes to plays. But I just feel like it's stressful because we are in dark times. It's really hard to wrap your head around anyone who has anything to do with government, law enforcement, like having the time or the bandwidth to do something like this just feels very like, oh, it kind of gives you a jolt where it's like, this doesn't sound like it makes sense. I think we're just not in a place where we can accept that, like where it feels okay for this to happen. I think maybe if we were in a different political climate, I think if we were in a different state of the union right now, I might be more excited for her. I just feel like, girl, what's happening here? And who letting you do this? Yeah, I don't know.
All right, I wanted to make sure I wasn't bugging. So she's the only black woman in of the Supreme Court justices.
Yeah, remember they didn't want to confirm her.
I know, that's why I wanted to make sure I'm not bugging. So that's number one. And I say that to say this.
Doesn't look good.
You don't think you're under enough scrutiny already? I mean, like, what you think happens, right? When you give what is viewed as a bad judgment. Right. You know how easy it's going to be for certain networks to say, oh, she's probably just tired from her Broadway gig. Broadway is wearing her out so much that she is no longer capable of making these important, life-changing decisions for the nation. Let me be clear.
Mm-hmm.
I am a multi-hyphenate. I am a nigga with 22 jobs, right? Okay, I got a 9 to 5. I'm a dad. I'm a hip-hop artist. I'm a video editor. I'm a music video creator and editor. What else?
Party out now.
Tea Party out now. Thank you. I know there's more. Let me see. Oh, I'm an author. Listen, I do way too much.
Yeah.
But my job, my 9 to 5, doesn't require me to make decisions that change the lives of everyone in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
If I fall asleep tomorrow at work, I'm going to get like a write-up or a little, I'm going to get in trouble for dozing off. But if I doze off, I'm not going to have a missing chunk of information because I dozed off while an important document was being read. A document that I now have to vote on. I have to judge on. And my judgment can change the whole nation. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. Linda, listen. Not you, the justice. I'm not calling you Linda. I'm calling her Linda.
I figured that. Mm-hmm.
I need you to really relax. Because, we are already open to enough scrutiny. And what happens is, the more you open yourself up to scrutiny, the more they will do so, right? They're going to heckle and they're going to pick at you. And who knows, maybe they'll try to remove you. Because of what? Broadway? This couldn't wait. Is this really so important? Like, I don't understand.
I think it is weird too that it's Broadway. I think I'd probably be more comfortable with it being like a film or like a TV show, because you could that's more like a set it and forget it kind of thing. Like you could go film for one day and move on with your life. I just feel like Broadway is so involved. But that's why I'm like, is the role really, really small? Like, is it, I'm just trying to understand. And I don't agree with the fact that she wouldn't be able to do her job to the best of her ability. Like, I don't.
Oh, I didn't say she couldn't. I'm saying they're gonna fuck with her now. Is my point.
Well, you started talking about like falling asleep on the job and whatever. So what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, I don't think that's not the concern for me. We already know Black women know how to keep multiple jobs
and excel at that.
And excel at them.
I don't have any beef with that part.
I don't think that my concern is that she can't get her job done. I think my concern is just the optics of it. And I don't usually dive too deep into respectability politics, but I do think that the optics of it is weird. And like I said, I think that the time we're in right now, and I don't know when we're going to be out of this time.
And she's 54. She ain't no spring chicken.
Well, maybe that's why she's living out her Broadway dreams.
We can move on.
I don't know. I don't like taking this stance. I just feel like, ugh, girl.
I feel like you have a very important job. Don't fuck around. Do your very important job.
Agree.
Okay? I'm not saying she's not capable. I said she might could sing better than Beyonce. Who knows? Right? I don't know. And I'm not saying she shouldn't do this. I'm just saying, perhaps if you're a judge, be a judge.
Yeah.
This ain't like you got a Shopify store where you sell candles and you just ship them out. That's not what we talking about here. Whatever, yo. Let's move on because this is ridiculous.